Oh, hello, y'all. Hello. Hello. Let me tweak my setup here a little bit. I kind of want it to be brighter feeling. So maybe I'll go like that. And, oh, maybe a little of this. And, oh, be careful of this. I like how the homie Dottie the psychic has left a comment here so that when I went live, there would be a nice little sweet message waiting for me. And that's what you call being in community. Um, Let me know if this little mic part here is making weird noises or if you hear any weird traffic noises as well. Mm. So, hey, y'all. Hey, new viewers. Hey, cosmic cuties. Hey, cosmic cuties that have been here since day one. And hey to all the people that might just be seeing me here and now for the first time. My name is the Lady Ms. Vagina Jenkins, and I am a Black queer autistic artist and astrologer. And this is my channel. Hey, Dottie, how am I doing? One of my least favorite questions. So open ended. Let me see. In the body pain, 6 out of 10. In the heart, 8.5 out of 10. Soul, 9 out of 10. Panic, 1,000 out of 10. That's how I can account for this moment. How are you feeling? How are you holding up in the body, in the heart, in the panic button? Yeah. Um, but yeah, this is my monthly Astro office hours for the month of December 2025. In case you happen to see this here in the future, what Astro office hours are is an attempt to create some sort of accessibility around my astrology practice. Um, I think that astrology is a really useful healing modality. It helps people to like know themselves in the ways that like disrupt the hold that capitalism has on us, right? Because capitalism and going to work and being so concerned with money and survival sometimes can estrange us from the foundational knowing of ourselves. And so there are so many tools to heal that estrangement. And astrology, I think, is a really useful one. Know thyself type vibes. And so I don't think that it should be reserved only for folks that have money. And so I try to think about ways to provide financial accessibility. This is one of them because you have the opportunity to hear about astrology for the free and to do any questions you have about astrology generally or your specific astrology on a pay what you can basis. Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, let me pin a comment here. Um, Let me see. What will you call that? One question astrology readings. Pay what you can. Send birthday, time, and location to or got it. Got it. And now let's pin that comment. Love it. Okay, cool. What's this? Oh, I don't need to do any of that. Okay, so yeah. So that's why I do these Astro office hours. Other points of accessibility within my astrology practice. I offer a discount, 33% off for disabled and low income Black, queer, trans, disabled people. It's about living these experiences like on the margins and at the intersections of the margins. There's that discount, there's these moments. And I offer bartering for services as well. So, yeah, there's no need to sit around and go, oh, one day when I have money, what if that day never comes? God forbid, knock on wood. But you have skills, resources, connections outside of your value to capitalism. So let's talk about exchanging those, maybe. Maybe we could use our imaginations since out of the convenience of capitalism. I want that for us. Anyway, so yeah, accessibility, Astro office hours. That's why I'm here. What else? Okay, so I've been on break and I needed it. And I want to talk about that and some things that have changed since I've been on break. Okay, let's get into it. So, I took off for the entire month of November. And what that looked like at first was, oh, I want to keep up with my posting schedule. I want to keep up with my posting schedule. So, I'm going to make sure to repost videos from the past every Wednesday because I had a every Wednesday posting schedule. And YouTube really, really requires that almost in order to keep your content on an even keel within its algorithm. And so yeah, I took off for the month of November and then I lost my inertia. And I knew that that was going to happen because in past instances of situations like this, inertia is the thing that keeps me going. Oh, hey, Essia. Mm, hell yeah. Saturnian redistribution. I like your way with your language, friend. But yeah, when I took off, I lost my inertia. I've experienced that loss of inertia before, so I kind of expected it. And now I'm in the place where I'm like, is YouTube a joy to me? And is it pouring into my cup? Is YouTube lucrative for me and it's pouring into my financial cup and making sure that I have financial resources? Like, in some way, is YouTube pouring into my sense of resources? And the only way that I could see that that is true is because of the people that have shown up for me, like Asia, like Dottie, like so many other people that are like constantly commenting and like cheerleading me on. And yeah, I missed y'all when I took the break during the month of November. And two, I realized that y'all are the only reason that I have maybe been doing this so long. Because I think I've been having these thoughts stirring in my brain for a long while about, is this financially even worth it? Is this actually something that I can make a living at being a YouTuber? Does it drive business to, my astrology consult business? Yeah, I've just been thinking about all of this and it has not been looking positive. And yeah, the only thing that's kept me going is the thought that, like, oh, well, what if I get to connect to cool people like Essia, another Black astrology enthusiast and astrologer, um, who studies Islamic astrology, and cool people like when I met Kay Darling and other astrology enthusiasts. And yeah, I just kept thinking about how many connections I was making and how many people were invested in my success. And that kept me going. And I'm at the place now where I don't know. I gotta put me first, Lucius. Normally, I'm actually quite comfortable with that, but for some reason, in this context, it feels weird. Oh, you know what it is? It's the dichotomy between my Virgo midheaven and my Pisces IC and my Pisces Sun and my Pisces Mercury. Yeah. And how the nodes right now are in the axis of Virgo and Pisces, and how all of the Virgo stuff is being asked to be released, and we're being asked to grow some of the Pisces stuff. And if that is true for me, I got to tell y'all, a lot of my Virgo stuff is wrapped up in being useful and being of worth to people via my labor. And I'm recognizing how that does not serve me at a foundational level. So, once again, Virgo, midheaven, opposite, Sun, IC, and Mercury in Pisces. And yeah, I'm looking to grow the Pisces part of my chart. And when I think about that, I think about some ways that my ancestors want me to be in the world. I think about my arts practice. I think about my energy levels as a Pisces sun and a Pisces fourth houser, and how I have been low key betraying all of those things in favor of my Virgo midheaven, and how I can't do that in the long run. Yeah. Just light Wednesday conversation as one does. Mm. Mm. Yo, with this Mercury retrograde too that we just had, Sagittarius, that's my first house. So I really wanted to take off like during the Mercury retrograde period to consider these things, because I knew it would affect me and my sense of self. But yeah, how did you all fare? Mercury retrograding through Sagittarius and then later through Scorpio. Mercury now being direct again in Scorpio, so covering those same degrees that it retrograded through, now in its forward motion. Actually, is it forward or is it still stationary? I can't recall in this moment. But yeah, what have you learned? Tell me about it. Tell me all of your secrets. Also, what did you want to learn? I guess that's a part of it too. Yeah. I wanted to learn about how to better resource myself to deal with the general air of fascism in the room. I don't know how well I did at learning, but I know it doesn't work. I'll say that. Hmm. SCSS. That is so valid, friend, here and cheering you on with all the Piscean waters. Jupiter's went retrograde and Mercury and Saturn direct in Pisces. There is restructuring and mood. There is restructuring and mutable axis water signs. Yeah. So that's like the Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces of it all. Yeah. And then the water sign parts of it all, which I think we've had this perpetual water trine and we'll continue to have this perpetual water trine. Oh, that reminds me, part of Astro Office Hours is that we also look at the transits of the upcoming month. And we'll get to that, but I gotta yap about it first. But I also gotta look at the chart first. um, Dottie said Mercury retrograde basically has been a trip. I just did a report on it for a program I'm in. What did you report back? Oh, thank you, Dottie. Current Astro new. Is there any major shifts going on? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm, probably better to look at the chart here. But yeah, yeah. Um, Let me check out my agenda. There's just a couple things I wanted to check out before, or talks about and speak to before I got to the transits. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, I wanted to talk about like the ideas about my YouTube channel, what I wanted versus what actually happened. Um, just for documentation's sake, maybe I'll turn this section of the video into its own little video. But yeah, I am a low income autistic person who uses social media to survive capitalism. I am unemployed and unemployable. And so what that looks like is, you know, income via Patreon, running Patreon blogs, running Buy Me a Coffee blogs. And I thought to add YouTube as another potential stream of income because people talk about how, you know, it can be lucrative. I have not had that experience. So it took me, I think about, I can't recall exactly anymore, but I want to say it took a year and a half to get to the monetization threshold, 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. And then I am currently at 1255. And I think my 2 year mark was in June. So yeah, this is at the 2.5 year mark. I'm at 1255. Um, I think I probably do an average level of promotion and marketing. I'm not great at it, but I do find some joy in it, so I'm more consistent than other folks. Yeah. So that's what I wanted, what my hopes, aspirations were. Income wise for YouTube, I did not earn as much as I thought I would from ad revenue. Ad revenue for a 1200, 1255 member audience at, I think I'm around $10 cost per melee CPM. That ends up being around like $20 a month for me, but YouTube doesn't pay you out unless you get to 100. And then the bulk of the income that I make from YouTube is because of doing lives like this. Thank you, Dottie, for your contribution. Doing lives like this, memberships, that kind of thing. And so overall, I feel like I earn about, well, I know that I earn just over $50 a month from YouTube. But once again, because it doesn't pay out until it hits the $100 threshold, I see that probably every third month. So that's what has happened. In terms of the community connections aspect, I had thought that I would be connecting more to other astrologers and astrology enthusiasts at the intermediate to advanced level, and I thought that we would be having conversations, but I think, I don't know what happened. That didn't happen. But what I did connect to is people who are beginning on their astrology journey and astrology curious at the beginning and 101 levels, um, who I think appreciated some of the educational content, but also found it inaccessible, if I'm honest. So my content also didn't really find an audience. It seems like to me it didn't really find an audience. Um, so yeah, that not so much. But I feel like again, what it has been most successful at has been connecting to like individual community members, whether or not they're actually interested in astrology. And I did want to take some time. I wrote down a big old list. Um, I wanted to take some time to individually shout folks out. So I want to do that. And then I want to talk about the astrology of the moment. So if you don't mind. So, one thing, once again, the members that bridged the gap between the two things that were most important to me in terms of creating income for myself and being in community. I feel like folks that showed up for me like that felt, I don't know, it just felt like they really saw what I was trying to do and then wanted to invest. And that feels really, really important. And I wanted to shout those people out. Those folks are Merlot Winters, 404, Sybil Holiday O'Hara. Hey, Sybil. Rachel Schiff. Shout out to Rachel. Lila Bugera. Um, Crows, Cats, and Tarot is one of the YouTube creators that uh, comes from like the tarot metaphysical space that I connected to here. Crows, Cats, and Tarot. Definitely check out their channel. They've been one of the day one supporters of this channel. Courtney France with their COVID knowledge. If you ever are curious about how to keep yourself safe in this ongoing pandemic, please, Courtney France 9240. And on other platforms, they're known as Courtney COVID. Amanda Smith is another one of my like day one supporters that's like been investing in this channel since it's been monetized, but also even before that. Vitra Ninhi is another member of this channel. Thank you for joining and being on this team. Also, shout out to Kiki Slatana, another member of this channel. Hi, Kiki, all the way in Atlanta. And shout out also to Andy Rocks, another member of this channel, also in Atlanta slash, I think, Florida sometimes. So yeah, those have been like the members of this channel that have been keeping me sustained and quite literally fed. Um, there have also been, like I said, a number of creators here on YouTube, and whether they were into astrology or not, being able to connect with folks and feel like a sense of, I don't know, shared struggle, but also like I just wanted to disrupt that sense of isolation, that thing where you're like running your business and your capitalism makes you feel as if it's like a competitive thing, bullshit, but also as if you're like the only one doing it. I hate that feeling. And so, yeah, there have been a number of YouTube creators. Again, shout out to Crows, Cats, and Tarot. Also, Turquoise Majesty. They are both tarot creators. L the Goddess 7. L, like the letter L, the Goddess 7. Is a travel creator, a Black travel creator. They're currently in Bangkok and creating content about, their move from Seattle in the US to Bangkok. So check out their channel. Dottie the Psychic, who is here in the comments. Dottie the Psychic runs a couple of different channels about like psychic mediumship, witchcraft, and paganism, and then also about their tarot business and practice. That's Dottie the Psychic. Also, shout out to Tulsa Alien, who is a creator here that does sort of mindfulness content, and the Wolfsbane Witch, or excuse me, Wolfsbane Witch, not a the, just Wolfsbane Witch, who also does tarot and pagan related content here on YouTube. So yeah, shout out to all those creators that I've been in community with. What was that? And then shout out the folks who have been like emotionally sustaining me, the folks who have been like my cheerleaders. And so yeah, those are the folks that show up in the comment section to say, hey, I'm watching, I'm vibing, I learned from you. And I definitely want to shout out them. Shout out to Stacy Jean, to Borrowed Springs, to Andreas Cornelius, to Alex Lip all the way down in Australia, to Rachel Knapp, to Dr. Dixon, Herbal Medicine, AmazonGrove.com, Dr. Dixon, Holly Fogelbach. Shout out to Asia, who's also here in the room. Shout out to Janelle Adair. Yeah, and to Stacy Jean. These are like the commenters, the rays of sunshine that have fed me and kept me going. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out all those people that have supported this channel. And yeah, Now that you hear all those names, I hope that you understand why I felt like I couldn't take a break, because I didn't want to let those folks down. That's a lot of folks to let down, you know? But yeah, as we are moving forward, what the channel is probably going to look more like is not posting every Wednesday, and posting more as I have capacity and as I find joy in posting. And there also may be more of an emphasis on my art and creativity, i.e., the Pisces parts of things, and a less of an emphasis on being useful, and valuable. I want you to know that if you need any astrology support, I am still here. Please hit me up. You can email me. You can check out my website. All of the links are in the bio. But yeah, I hope very much that I am learning the lesson that my value does not lie in my usefulness, and that work need not be defined by my obligations, and could actually be defined by my joy. How about that? I'm checking the comments. What Stati said. It's been a massive cleaning thing, literally a lesson. It's like an existential reflection, house cleaning edition. Ooh, yes. Cleaning out. House cleaning is an apt metaphor for Virgo uh, South Node energy. And then they also go on to say it was hard when Discord was good, it was good, but they exploded out of the blue. True. Yeah. It's so funny to me that Discord as a platform is named Discord, and how often I have seen Discord servers fall apart. It's like, is this a case of nominative determinism? Mm. But yeah. Oh no, you had to let go of your office, like due to financial stuff, or did like they sell the building out from under you? Gosh, that's literal house cleaning, having to pack up years of a business. Oh, good lord. I feel you, Pam. And then yes, okay, to answer your question about the current astrology, any major shifts going on? Well, tomorrow we got a full moon in Gemini. That's a thing. Let me show you the monthly calendar. Hold on, let me share the screen. Bum, bum, bum. That's interesting. Try that again. Window, entire screen, and no. Is this the right one? Oh, okay. Let's make that bigger. Yeah, hold on. All right. So these are like some of the transits, the major transits for December. We do have that full moon in Gemini. Something's interesting about that full moon. It's conjunct something. Oh, it's exactly square the nodes. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. My apologies. I just got excited. Let's look at the chart. Hold on. Okay, let's share this screen instead. Okay, got it. So this is the chart for that full moon. And we can see the full moon. Where is it? We got the sun at 13 degrees of Sagittarius. And directly opposite that, in that bold red line, is that moon in Gemini. And that's how we know it's the full moon. Sun's exactly opposite of moon. We think often about the full moon being a time of release. So, what you might be releasing in the Gemini house of your chart, and how you might be using Gemini tools to do that releasing work. Perhaps it's about like conversations or doing some sort of data collection or research or walking around your neighborhood type vibes. Also, think about like the house in your chart where this might be unfolding for you. Um, yeah, to get a clearer idea of like what area of life. Um, but those are both happening at 13 degrees. The moon's at 13 degrees, sun's at 13 degrees. Also at 13 degrees are the north and south node in Virgo. And I'm using my cursor, but I don't think it's actually showing up. Yeah, being a full moon, being square the north nodes, I think about the kinds of release, because it is that full moon energy, that might somehow push you more into the north node, south node promise of this moment. So when I'm thinking about like squares and the kind of tension that they would create, I'm thinking, depending on where you have planets, what kinds of events or internal feelings of tension might cause you to release something that feels like growing your Pisces part of your chart and releasing something around the Virgo part of your chart. An example again for me, that would be my fourth house versus my 10th house, and that this full moon is happening in my seventh house. So I wonder about talking to people on a one-on-one basis and how that might cause me to release something related to how I think of myself versus how I relate to other folks. And then how that release might push me forward in my arts career or somehow maybe in the Virgo part of my chart. I don't want to speculate about what that looks like because I got scared all of a sudden. Anyway, that's tomorrow. Let's look at the rest of the list. Hold on. And do let me know, Dottie, if there are any particular transits that you want me to look at. But yeah, Neptune going direct, but it's still technically in Pisces. That's the next transit, December 10th. Um, yeah, when I think about this moment of Neptune being retrograde and how we get this opportunity to be like, oh, let's actually be so fucking for real about the Pisces area of our chart and anything close to that 29-degree mark in Pisces. And how with it going direct, we might experience a little bit of a backsliding moment, like, oh no, maybe I'm gonna lie to myself a little bit. But I challenge you to remember this moment before the December 10th moment, where we're being so fucking for real and we're assisted by Saturn. It's not marked in this chart, but Saturn is direct and next to that Neptune placement, and how it's giving us the opportunity to make some structures as we are being so fucking for real about our Pisces stuff. And yeah, if we can build those structures when Neptune goes direct, maybe we won't be lying to ourselves. Donnie said, okay, I'll keep cleaning my room. Yeah, yeah. Responsibility to the Pisces area of your house. Which, for some reason, Dottie, I'm thinking that's for you. Isn't that your seventh house or is it your eighth house? I can't recall. I can't recall. Let me know. Um, Other transits. Mercury conjunct Lilith. I don't work with Lilith, but if anybody out there does and wants to talk about it in the comments, what a Mercury conjunct Lilith vibe would be in Scorpio, no less. Oh, Lord Jesus. Pop off, my queen. Okay. Um, December 11th, Mercury back into Sagittarius. Once again, an opportunity to revisit those themes that came up a couple of weeks ago when Mercury was first in Sagittarius and first retrograding through Mercury in, or excuse me, and first retrograding through Sagittarius, and revisiting some of those ideas. Oh, feel free to holler if you want me to open up any of these charts too. Both are trying to Jupiter too, which rules Pisces. Which one are we talking about? Both are trying to Jupiter too, which rules Pisces. Both are trying to Jupiter too. Sorry, I was talking too fast. Now we're all confused. Oh, I wonder if it was back when I was talking about something being in Scorpio. Oh, Mercury conjunct Lilith being in Scorpio. And then you were saying that that was all trine Pisces. Let's look at the fucking chart. Let's look at the chart. This is that chart for the Mercury conjunct Lilith, which I see. Where do I see it? Oh, here. Straddling the sixth and seventh house and in Scorpio. And then, yes, where is it? Okay, I see you. Trying to Jupiter. Ooh. And trying to, oh, this Neptune, Saturn moment. That explains why things are getting washed away. Saturn and Neptune, thank you, friend. I was slow, but I figured it out. But yeah. Mm. So it's like the be so for real. Let's get these tools and structures together around Pisces area being aided by Jupiter at home and Cancer. Expand your consciousness around this issue. Um, and then trine Mercury conjunct Lilith. I don't know a lot about Lilith, but I know that it's about boldly speaking up and maybe even being hated a little bit for it. Is that true? Especially if it's in Scorpio. So, were you talking about popping off, but how it's a good thing in this moment because it's being supported by some other water elements? I would like the idea of that. I would like to go to there. I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss this. Okay. Maybe I'll still do the once a month hours. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Mm. No, no, you're fine. You were very clear. I was just talking too fast. Lol. I just did a video like that. Um. So yeah, that is that little moment. Let's look at the other. Let's look at what else is going on. Let me see. Mercury back in Sagittarius. We just talked about that. Mars in Capricorn. Oh, do tell. Wait, hold on. I gotta go look something up. Be right back. Oh. That when was that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was curious about, do you remember that god awful phase last year, I believe it was, where Mars was in Cancer for like 10 years? And it was like, it went direct in Cancer for 2 years. And then it was retrograding Cancer for 15 years. And then it went direct in Cancer for like 30 years. And I thought I was going to die. This is not that. It just reminded me of that. But yes, Mars in Capricorn, Mars being exalted in Capricorn. What is it that you've been wanting to get done to action? Generally speaking, and how can you use Mars being in its exaltation sign as an energy boost to what you're trying to do, depending on, you know, what your planets are and how they're laid out? Or what is it going to be like to experience uh your Capricorn house with Mars in it? Will it give you the extra energy, or will it create the kind of tension that spoils over into, you know, unpleasantness? You get to decide. Dottie said, angry cleaning. Rage clean. Yeah. Mm. New moon in Sagittarius on the 19th. Let's look at the chart. Ooh, she's ugly. Where's the new moon? Got it. I see it. Oh, hold on. Mhm. There we go. Alright. This chart is ugly. Um, sorry, I didn't mean that. Okay, I kind of do. Um, we got the new moon over here in Sagittarius, 28 degrees. So if you've got any planets around 28 degrees of Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, this is all about you, baby. No, why am I talking like that? Anything else sitting around there? Ooh, Venus is involved. Venus in Sagittarius is involved. Y'all bitches better get free. Um, Anybody else making aspects? Oop, we got a little trine to Uranus. We got a little. Is that a squarey square to Neptune? Oh, squarey square to that Neptune Saturn moment. That's interesting. We just had the experience of being helped in that moment. And now, here at the new moon, there's a bit of tension. I wonder if it's that kind of energy, like, yes, making new decisions and, starting this releasing, you know, and then getting to this point and being like a check in point, like, for real? Did you really release that? I wonder if that's what this could feel like. Hmm, interesting. Any other big aspects? Yeah, and then with the Uranus connection, I wonder what it would feel like to hmm, it's not marked as a trine, but it is a trine. That's weird. I wonder why it does that sometimes. Yeah. I was saying something, I lost my train of thought. And let's see what else is happening in the calendar. Capricorn season. Oh, Capricorn season. I have an idea about art project that I want to start at the beginning of Capricorn season. We'll see what happens. Uh, Venus enters Capricorn right after, so maybe I will have a little bit of an assist on my art project during Capricorn season. We shall see. That's what I got for December. and checking my notes and seeing if there was anything else I wanted to chat about. Also, y'all let me know if y'all have any questions and comments too. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Yeah. Mhm. What do you think is a number that's associated with Capricorn? Like one of the digits between 0 and 9. If I were to guess, I would say 6. I'm going to look it up and see. Dang it. Mm, I was wrong. The internet says 4 and 8 are the numbers associated with Capricorn. Stop hearing. They said that 4 and 8 are the numbers associated with Capricorn because 4 being the number of like stability and Saturnian things, structures, four walls, that kind of thing. But I would have said that about Taurus. And I guess I was wrong. But yeah, 4 and 8. And the reason why I wanted to know that is because I have an idea to create a small collection or a collection of small works. And I meant to look up what number of small works I might do. And I guess if it's starting during Capricorn season, I might choose 4 or 8. I guess probably 8. I'll let you know what I make. Did you know that, Asia? Or did you have to look it up too? Are you a numerology person? I am not. Mm. Today's tea is rooibos always and rhodiola for stress management. I've been drinking that a lot lately because, you know, fascism. Mm-mm-mm. All right, friends. Well, if there aren't any more Astro questions, please know that I'm here. If you need any Astro support, like I said, the link's in the bio for the website. But yeah, if you want to just chat about astrology, feel free to email me. Would you ever be interested in advising on an archival Astro project? Yes. Tell me more. I don't even know what that means, but I just got really excited. I don't know exactly what it means. You could tell me more here, or you could just email me too. Yes, I'm really into numbers and Pat. Oh, yeah. The tism, the tism be tisming. I too really enjoy numbers and math, but I just never got into numerology. And often when I talk about it, I'll say, oh, I don't fuck with numerology because numbers are too sacred for human interpretation. And that tells me that my relationship to numbers may be a little different than other people's. Because what you mean? We're not allowed to touch numbers. 6 is Venusian. Mm. Oh, okay. I wanted to close by saying, before I forget, that I have a Discord server. If you do actually want to keep in contact with me and you actually like the Discord platform. But basically, I have a Discord server and I just want to dedicate that Discord server to learning about astrology. And it's just the idea that, like, once again, we're so estranged from knowing ourselves, knowing our place in the world. I believe because of capitalism. And I think that astrology is a really good, accessible tool to help us figure out some things about ourselves so that we can survive it all and fight back, you know? Anyway, so if you're interested in doing the healing work of learning about astrology, you should definitely hit me up, get an invite to the Discord server. I'm not going to put it here because I don't want any fucking cops, no weirdos. I got to vet you. But I'm really cool people, so don't worry about that process. But if you would like to check out the link in my bio, actually, I should probably put it here. Just a second. Let's go with Drive. And then let's find this and share a link. There we go. And now let's pop that into the comment section. I will expect an odd, what do you call that? An excited email. Tell me all about it. Also, this might be a way for us to stay in connection with each other. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. And I'd like to, and I know I keep saying that I like to, and then I don't do anything about it. But yes, I just put the link to the Google form if you're interested in joining my astrology themed Discord server. That link is there. Fill out the Google form, and I will get you added in ASAP. Yes, absolutely. All right, friends, I am going to get out of here. I appreciate you and I love you all. And yeah, maybe I will continue to do the Astro office hour thing. I find it incredibly awkward, but also I find it incredibly filling because y'all are chatty and I like talking to you all. And you're like my community now. Ramble, ramble, gross, love, community. Bleh. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. Take good care of yourself, your people, and yeah, I just love and appreciate you all. And I hope that you're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.